Hey, let's talk about Disney princesses. Princess has always been a controversial topic among parents. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna treat my future daughter like a princess. I just don't want her using that to her advantage in order to manipulate other people because of the way that I treat her. But Disney princesses are either iconic Disney role models or marketing genius. On the one hand, most Disney princesses are nice and kind and loyal, but then there are these people that are screaming that the Disney princesses are anti-feminist and dangerous for young girls to have as role models. The company Moviefone took a bunch of the Disney princesses and rated them by their role model-iness. So I want to bring up some pros and cons about Disney princesses, and I want to know what you guys think. Snow White. Pro, she's the fairest of them all, and she's super down to earth, really modest. She loves the forest animals. She's very trusting and a shining glow of loveliness inside and out. I mean, come on, she took care of a bunch of misfit dwarves. Con, there is a fine line between trusting and gullible, and boy does Snow White bite the big one. The apple. She's definitely not the brightest flower in the forest. Cinderella. Pro, she's a friend to all the animals, even the mice and the birds, and they even help her make an awesome ball gown. She's self-sacrificing and she never complains, even when all the chores are piled on top of her. Con, she just doesn't have any drive. Her stepmother and stepsisters are so cruel they make her do all of the chores, but because she's so self-sacrificing, she does them all without any sort of confrontation. I mean, really, if it wasn't for the prince constantly pursuing her, she would still be scrubbing floors in rags. Also, she's the only one in town that those glass slippers would fit. Are her feet deformed or something? Yeah, the feet thing is a con too. I never said I wasn't shallow. Moving on. Ariel. Pro, she's curious, talented, her voice is amazingly beautiful, and she's adventurous. Con, she literally renders herself voiceless just so she can abandon home. It can be argued that she sacrificed her voice to talk to Prince Eric or just to walk on land, but really the walking on land part has been her dream for a really long time. So it wasn't like she sacrificed her voice for a guy, she just sacrificed her voice to run away. Which is still an awesome message for girls. Belle. Pro, she's smart, she loves books, she values intelligence, she admires character, she turns down Gaston and falls for the Beast even though he's super duper scary. Her only real con is thinking that she can explain to the townspeople and Gaston that the Beast isn't a threat. She really didn't think that one through. But other than that, I don't see any other cons in Belle. Pocahontas, arguably a Disney princess. Pro, she's brave, she's adventurous, she follows her heart to help John Smith and they fall in love. Aw, how cute. Con, the movie is riddled with historical inaccuracies and just controversial compared to what actually happened. Sorry. Now I know she's not a Disney princess, but Mulan. Pro, she trains fiercely alongside the male warriors without complaining. Since she's deemed unfit for marriage, she finds another purpose for herself in helping her family and her country. And she finds love, and she saves her country. How many Disney princesses can say that? Yeah. Con, she had to deceive those around her from knowing who she actually was. And don't get me wrong, I know she's a beast, but is that a negative message? Jasmine. Pro, when she first meets Aladdin, they find out that they have a lot in common, even though she's a princess and he's a street rat. And she falls in love with him. She can see past socioeconomic constructs for love. Con, she is such a diva. But we can probably forgive her for that. Rapunzel. Pro, she's protective, loyal, and basically willing to sacrifice the rest of her freedom to make sure that Eugene lives. Her love is based off of character and not status, and she tends to see the best in people even if they're outcasts. Con, having been imprisoned her entire life, she's a little naive, but that's understandable. Alright, that's my list. What do you guys think? Keep in mind that even though most Disney princesses have significant downfalls, that's not really what little kids care about when they look at role models. Ariel was my favorite princess as a kid because she knew what she wanted. She was adventurous, she was funny, she was curious about everything. The fact that she gave up her voice to live on land, that didn't matter to me. She made mistakes, that just made her more real. And Belle is sweet and smart and educated, but if she doesn't like what you're saying, she will not hesitate to call you out, which is awesome. The part in the song, it's a pity, it's a sin, she doesn't quite fit in. Not to mention she reads a ton. If any Disney princess is a nerd fighter, it's Belle. But you also have to step back and think about what year the films were made. You think it's a specific message for a specific time? Are we looking at them too critically now? Which Disney princess do you think is the best role model? And the worst? You don't have to stick with my list. You can name some that I didn't name, like Princess Tiana. I never did get around to watching Princess and the Frog. Also, a little something extra for you comic book nerdy people. There are some links down below to some pictures of Disney princesses dressed up as superheroes. The one of the three is X-Men is my favorite.